Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2029 and a half BC. The album, Dad AF, the Valentine's Day edition. What's love got to do with it? What's love? But a second-hand emotion. How are you guys doing today? Listen. We are 1 week away from Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day so much. My husband and I are going to Miami, Florida this weekend for Valentine's Day weekend. But listen, okay, if you haven't thought of a gift for your partner yet, I have the perfect gift for you. And I'd like to shout out AdamandEve.com for sponsoring yet another video over on this channel. If there is not a better time of the year to purchase something from AdamandEve.com, now is the time, okay? So go over there. If you buy something from AdamandEve.com and you use my code Peter, you will be the perfect partner, okay, in whatever relationship you are, because you'll be spicing up that relationship. And if you're alone for Valentine's Day this year, forget it. Buy yourself something and bring the gift home that brings pleasure to all. It brings pleasure to you, and it'll bring pleasure to me. It'll make me happy because you used my code, and it'll make Adam and Eve happy. And I love AdamandEve.com. So please use my code Peter. The link is below. Hit the link and go over there and purchase something. And then so many of you have been letting me know that you use my code, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do want to say this. All of their products come anonymously wrapped, so like your neighbors and postmen and stuff aren't going to know. Also, I won't know what you bought with my code. People always ask that. No, I have no idea what you purchased with my code. And they have a 90-day hassle-free return policy. So if you get something and you don't like it, you just return it. And you can return it for something else or money back, whatever. And 24-hour customer service. Also, 20% of the proceeds go to the fight and the prevention of HIV and AIDS around the world, which I love. Any kind of business that has a mission. So thank you, AdamandEve.com, for sponsoring yet another video over here. It would really, really, really mean a lot to me, you guys, if you use my code. Even if you just buy something that's, I don't know, $2 or $3 or $5 or whatever, I would really, really appreciate it. So use my code Peter, and Adam and Eve has been so great to me. Okay, so let's get into the drama. Today, boost, we're going to talk about two riveting stories. Jeffree Star proving that he is a liar of the world again. And also what I believe to be one of the worst moves that I have ever witnessed by Trisha Paytas in their entire career on YouTube. And in all honesty, truly, I do. And, you know, it's interesting to me. It's like, where do you continue to stick to your guns and push this narrative of what you believe? And then when do you just become a decent human being at some point? So I want to talk about that in a second. But first I want to talk about Jeffree Star, that drama. So, yes, we're going to talk about Jeffree Star lying again. I know! It's so hard to believe that Jeffree Star is liar of the world. Liar of the world. The lonely doll. Anyway, so Jeffree Star, you know, several months ago came out with this video, and he talked about, like, how his priorities had changed. Now, I don't know if you remember this video, but it was very posed, okay? The couch was posed. It was in front of a beautiful window, and, you know, the landscape was beautiful, and what we're not going to do in 2021 is be the drama of 2021 and all that kind of stuff, right? He was, like, sitting, you know, cross-legged with a, you know, Red Bull. It was so staged, okay? Everything that Jeffree Star does, this is one of my biggest issues with him. Everything that he does is so contrived and so staged. And I'm just like, you can't ever even have like just one honest moment, right? Like everything is just this complete mask. And I would be very interested to see what happened if that mask came off. And I don't think we'll see that anytime in the near future. So in this video, okay, and I think that what was happening at that time was that, you know, Jeffree Star was getting a lot of criticism for, you know, just being kind of money hungry and all this kind of stuff and showing all this kind of stuff. And so the trend at that time was to be real relatable and authentic and genuine, you know. Like Jaclyn Hill around that time also said, I love going to the grocery store, don't you? It's one of my favorite places to go, or something like that, right? No, Jacqueline, most of us hit up the grocery store on the way home because we have to make dinner, okay? Most people that watch your videos, Jacqueline, are not going to the grocery store to just hang out with their husband and get $20 bars of cheese, okay? You know, they're going to the grocery store because they have to make meatloaf for a family of 5, you know, on a dime. So, no, Jacqueline, it's not most people's favorite things to do. So, this was a period that lasted, I don't know, about 5 weeks on YouTube, where I feel like a lot of these YouTubers were being really pushed in a direction to be really relatable and really authentic and really genuine because they were losing a lot of subscribers, okay? And Jeffree Star at that time had been somebody that had been in a lot of scrutiny in the previous year with the Hair by Jay thing and the Trisha Paytas stuff and everything that had happened, right? Which is so interesting when you look back on it. It's like this whole thing that happened where Trisha Paytas called Jeffree Star out as like one of the worst human beings on the face of the earth, you know, in relation to the Hair by Jay thing happened. You know, we covered all of that, you know, in the drama videos and all that kind of stuff. And what's so interesting to me about this is that at that time, because of Trisha Paytas being on Frenemies, everybody sided with Trisha Paytas. And everybody, you know, was like, oh, this is horrible. And I can't believe that Shane isn't sticking up for Trisha. And that Trisha's just, or that Shane's going to let this friendship with Trisha go, right? Which is so interesting to me. But that now, it's like this idea of not being able to dislike 2 people at the same time on YouTube, or think that 2 people might not be great human beings at the same time on YouTube at the same moment. Like, it is so crazy to me that people can't get behind that. But now that, you know, Trisha Paytas is holding that big turd, they think that it's a redemption arc, but it's not, it's a turd. If she just would put her nose down to it and smell it, what she'd realize is that it's probably got some of that toilet paper from her OnlyFans butt video. But, no, it's not a redemption arc. It's a big turd that she's holding, okay? So when she fell from graces after the Frenemies thing, then everybody was like, they left Jeffree Star alone, right? Because they're like, why hold Jeffree Star accountable? Because we can only hate one person at a time. And that person right now is Trisha Paytas, okay? I frankly think that we need to hold all these fools accountable, okay? I think they're all of them ridiculous and not good human beings. That's how I personally feel, okay? So I don't know why we're not holding them all accountable. But on YouTube, you can only hold one person accountable at a time. That's kind of the rule, you know? It's like in Monopoly. Pass, go, collect $200. On YouTube, there's only one villain at one time. Okay. So anyway, so what was I saying? So Jeffree Star had been under a lot of scrutiny, right? And then that kind of started to pass, and he didn't do anything. So then he needed to bring attention because he had a release that was coming out, and his releases aren't doing very good, as I proved in my video yesterday with the mystery boxes. So he had to do something to stir up some kind of drama, right? So he does this video where he's like, guys, let me tell you, I've learned a lot in the last year. Jeffree's grown up. I don't know who that Jeffree was. I don't know him. I don't know who he was. I don't know anything about him, but this is a different Jeffree, okay? Welcome to the new Jeffree. This Jeffree doesn't like high-end luxury items, okay? This Jeffree has prioritized those things that are important to him, okay? This Jeffree is not like ate up with labels and all that kind of stuff, right? Now, what's interesting to me about this is when I came out in a video and I talked about it later, okay, and I said, oh, he's wearing Gucci sunglasses or he's wearing Versace sunglasses and a, you know, a thong on the boat or whatever. His fans were like, hey, okay? Jeffree's not buying new stuff. He's not buying anything new. He gave all that away. He gave all that away. Okay, you want Versace and you want Gucci, go to Goodwill and Wilshire Boulevard. That's where you're going to find it. Okay, they got so mad, right? And then Jeffree Star came out with the video showing his closet, okay? Because y'all forced him to, see? Because you forced him to. He didn't want to make that video. He didn't, okay? He wanted to make videos brushing yaks out in the middle of a field in Wyoming, but you forced him to, okay? You forced him to. If it was up to him, Jeffree Star videos would be about picking up poop in a field in Wyoming of yaks, okay? But no, you forced him to. You guys made him make that video about his closet. What? Girl, pull this leg and it plays Jingle Bells. All right, pull the other one and it plays Wish You a Merry Christmas. Frosty the Snowman. Whatever, I don't care. I ain't buying it, okay? So then he comes out with that video. And yet again, I get in a video and I say, you know, Jeffree Star has his closet and blah, 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 whatever. And his fans are like, no, those are collector's items. He would be a fool to get rid of those collector. I mean, it's always just some ridiculous excuse, okay? It's always some ridiculous excuse. But what they have stood behind is that Jeffree Star, even though he just went to France and went to the Louis Vuitton fashion show and all that kind of stuff, which was very nice. It was very nice. I would love to do that to myself. Hey, I ain't gonna lie about it, okay? Listen, I like nice things, and I also like the simplicity of life. You can like both, okay? But just get in a video and be real about it. Don't sit there and act like I'm giving away all my bougie crap and I'm not that person anymore so that I can get you guys to fall back in love with me, and then I'm going to change it, okay? Just be real and honest with your audience. I don't really understand why it's so hard, you know? So anyway, so I was like, do you ever like think 2 or 3 thoughts at the same time? Well, I think about 100 at the same time. So anyway, I just don't understand why some of this stuff is so difficult. I can remember like, God, it was probably a year or 2 ago when a lot of people were getting canceled for stuff being like, you know, old stuff that came out and whatever. And I remember Zach Garcia from The Adventures of Zach and B. I adore him, and his husband Alistair. So, hey guys, how are you? And I remember he tweeted something out, and it was something to the effect of, I know I have said something offensive in my past, so let me just take responsibility for it now and be accountable. And I was like, wow, like that's pretty easy. You know what I mean? Like, I just was like real impressed with that. And I don't know why we have to make this all so difficult. It's like Jeffree just get in a video and actually talk to your audience like you would talk to your fans, but he can't do that, right? Or talk to your audience and your fans like you would talk to one of your friends. But I think he talks to his friends the same way. I think he does. I don't know that Jeffree Star ever has an honest moment. I don't know that I don't think he is able to have an honest moment. So, on the heels of Jeffree Star not liking, you know, like all this bougie stuff anymore, Jeffree Star put out a video, I think it was 2 days ago, hold on a second, and the video was called, where is it at? I just bought a $700,000 McLaren or something like that. Okay, buying myself a new $700,000 McLaren. Okay, oh, but wait a second if you watch the video, okay? And I know he collects cars, okay? But yet again, high-end stuff. And I think this is a video to prove I'm not losing money, I'm still doing just fine. I think the title of this video, because he doesn't just buy a new McLaren, he also has a vintage Ghost Rolls Royce or something. It's beautiful. It's Rolls Royce, I said. It's like a Rolls Royce Ghost something. I don't know cars, okay? I couldn't tell you the difference between a Honda and I was going to say a Civic, but that's the same thing. And a Honda Civic, same thing. I don't know cars like that, okay? But anyway, but this Rolls Royce, I do know a Rolls Royce, and that is a beautiful car, and he's had it redone and painted and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, this video really shouldn't be called, I bought a $700,000 McLaren. This video really should be called, don't be worried that my mystery boxes aren't selling out because I got so much money I don't even have to worry about it, okay? That's really what this video should be called. But if that's what your video should be called, don't be worried about it because I got more money than God, then are you really focused on the simplicity of life? Like you're wanting your audience to know, or are you really focused more on money and buying things and all that? Because I thought you said that that's a lonely existence or something to that effect, right? I don't see Jeffree spending any more time with people of quality than he did before. I don't see any major changes with Jeffree Star. I just see him still buying crap and putting out the same crappy mystery boxes that he did before. So to me, absolutely nothing has changed by Jeffree Star. So when people come over here and they say, when people come over here and they say, what do you want from the man? I would like to see some authentic change in the man. I mean, I have no investment in him whatsoever. But as far as commentary goes, I'd like to see some authentic, genuine change happen to the man before I'm going to get in a video and say, yes, I think he's changed, okay? But y'all just keep on giving him your money. You're buying him his cars, okay? With his day-old makeup up in his mystery boxes, and maybe you get some cosmetic stickers to wear out on a date or something like that, okay? You do you if that's what you got to do. All right, let's get into the next Trisha Paytas thing. So I kind of waited for a couple days. I mentioned it in the previous video. So anyway, the biggest lie, the Jeffree Star big lie is that he, in case I have to put this together for those people that said, this is clickbait, you didn't address any kind of lies. Yes, I did. Jeffree Star came out and said that he doesn't care about this stuff anymore, and then he just spent over $1 million buying more cars, bougie cars, okay? When he lives in the middle of, where are you driving these cars to? You know what I mean? What you need is a big Ford truck, okay? That's about it. So anyway, paint it pink, I don't care. Anyway, so I want to talk about the Trisha Paytas thing. Okay, I waited a couple days. I did kind of mention this in a previous video, but I wanted to wait a couple days to see what happened with this. Okay, so the worst move that Trisha Paytas has ever made to me is the fact that she did not publicly acknowledge Ethan and Hila's birth of their son. I am absolutely floored by this. Okay, am I surprised? You know, I have to be honest with you guys, and I know there's a lot of you out there, and like maybe this is the part of me that there's that small, less than 0.00003% that is still like hoping that Trisha Paytas will turn around and be a redeemable human being at some point in their life, maybe. But there is a part of me that was a little surprised. I honestly thought maybe on this, you know, being that this is a family, and this is where, for a long time in videos, okay, I have said that I wish that they would get a mediator. I wish that they would sit down with a family counselor and they would talk these things out, because in the long run, this is going to be affecting the family, right? Now there's this child involved, another child, that is affected by this, and so when people were coming to me and they were like, well, they shouldn't have to work out anything or whatever, blah, 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 I just think it's sad. I just really think it's sad, you know? Like, you grow up and you hear like, oh, well, we don't talk to this aunt or we don't talk to that uncle, well, why not, and whatever. And then as they get older, they're going to see how it all played out on the internet. I don't know, just the whole thing makes me sad. And I have to say, like, there was a part of me that was kind of really rooting for Trisha that she would take the high road in this and that she would post something on Twitter and just say, hey, congratulations to Hila and Ethan on the birth of our nephew or something. I mean, it really didn't have to be any deeper than that. But because she is so, like, Trisha Paytas is, I mean, I thought Jeffree Star was the most bothered person on the internet, but now I believe it's Trisha Paytas, okay? Because Trisha Paytas wants to act like they don't care about this stuff. How nasty of a person do you have to be so ruled by anger, resentment, animosity, and misery that you aren't even willing to publicly acknowledge the birth of your nephew? Like, seriously? Like, I am just blown away. I mean, you wanted to be married so bad. Being married means you're part of a family, okay? It doesn't just mean you and your partner go off over here and live this exclusive life all by yourself. You're part of that family. You chose to be part of that family, right? And so, whatever your issues are between you, I'm not asking you guys to work it out. I'm not asking you whatever. I think, you know, I would love for that with some kind of family counseling or mediation. I think it would be good for all of them. I really think that it would be great for all of them, right? So they could get to a point where they could be civil with each other. But just to tweet something out publicly. So let's talk about what Trisha Paytas has been doing, okay, since she couldn't tweet out anything acknowledging that. Well, first of all, she put this TikTok out. I'm not going to show it over here, but basically it's that TikTok trend that's going around, and it says, like, you know, they call me Trish, or my name is Trish, but they call me, and then Trisha shows all these drama channel videos that say liar, broke, whatever, my videos in it. Interestingly enough, a couple people clocked this. I didn't even see it in a TikTok because I could care less. That Trisha Paytas watched my entire video. Thank you, girl, for giving me 28 minutes of a video. I appreciate it. So Trisha Paytas went in to screenshot all of our drama videos and make sure, you know, we're all of us over there. So thank you, Trisha. I appreciate it for giving us a little bit, some more fandom from the Trisha fans, the Trisha fishies. Anyway, so thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. But that's what Trisha did. And then, if you go into Trisha's tweets, since Bruce has been born, little Bruce, Trisha says, 3 days ago, well, here it is, 6 days ago, 2022 is the year of blocking negativity on social media. I used to let it go, but if I see it, I'm gonna block it, and it feels good. And then puts out a TikTok talking about all the drama channels. Okay, girl. Like I said, pull this leg and what? It plays Jingle Bells. Okay. So then Trisha says 3 days ago, Moses was a good boyfriend. He was an amazing fiancé. But Moses as a husband? Like, blows me away every day with his kindness, thoughtfulness, and love. Like, I truly can't believe how every day I'm more and more in love with him. I'm always shocked he chose me. Okay, so good for you. And then, not sure who needs to hear this, but Haagen-Dazs ice cream cake is superior to Baskin and Cold Stone combined. Just saying. And then 2 days ago, oh my God, just found so many old school 18 plus pictures talking about selling up the OnlyFans. And then 17 hours ago, so here we are, no mention whatsoever of Ethan and Hila's. I better go in here to the tweets and replies to make sure. So up to several days ago, no mention, nope, nothing. 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 No mention on Twitter about Ethan and Hila's. Now, maybe she mentioned it in one of her 4-hour live streams and I didn't watch every minute of it. And if she did, please comment in the comment section below and I will correct myself. But over here, the last tweet that, well, she has going live in 30 minutes. That was 3 hours ago. And before that, she has, between Kylie's baby announcement and Euphoria tonight, I haven't heard anything else about the Super Bowl. Like, seriously, who won? If it's not even trending on my Twitter because Super Bowl is next weekend. She knew that. What she was really trying to do was bring attention to the fact that she mentioned Kylie's baby and didn't even mention Ethan and Hila's. That's what this tweet is really about. And we know that, right? So let's read underneath here what people have to say. Oh, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. She said, we've been too busy congratulating Ethan and Hila on the birth of your nephew. Somebody said, the announcement of baby Bruce. Somebody else said, cannot congratulate Ethan and Hila on their new baby, which is part of your family, though, but can talk about Kylie, a celebrity who doesn't even know or care you exist. Great move. And what did somebody say? They said, what a weird thing to say. It's as if you don't know the toxic history the two of them have with each other, and yet you still expect a public congratulations. Yeah, I do. I do. You're talking about 30-year-old grown, she's a 30-plus-year-old grown adult, okay? You put your differences aside in a situation like this, and you publicly acknowledge it, and you take the high road of being the better person, okay? And you realize it doesn't matter what that person says in the future about me. In this moment, it's really not about me. In this moment, it's about the birth of my nephew. Absolutely, yes. I don't care about the toxicity and the relationship between them, okay? You put that aside and you show that you're a good human being for 2 seconds of your life, all right? We could care less to hear the praises of Moses anymore or to see one more ad for your OnlyFans. Let's talk about you actually acknowledging the birth of your nephew. Or do you not care at all that this child might be in your life at some point? If I would hope that you would at some point, this is what's interesting to me, is if she doesn't care, then it's like, do you not expect this child ever to be in your life, which means you don't expect to ever work out things? So you expect Moses to be isolated from his family for eternity and just spend his life with you? You wouldn't want your husband to work out differences between he and his family? You wouldn't want to work out differences with his family and be part of that and have all the families come together? I mean, I think that's sad. I really do. I think it's sad, you know? So anyway, somebody said, you can mention Kylie's baby, but not congratulate Ethan and Hila. That's a level of petty beyond me. I agree. Someone said, it goes on and on and on. I mean, it's they're all talking about when the Super Bowl is. Hold on a second. Yeah, so it's Kylie's baby is the only birth we acknowledge from 2/2/22. I don't make the rules, is what somebody said on here. There's so many things, you guys, about Ethan and Hila underneath here. Classic Trisha Paytas is what somebody says. It goes on. Okay, babe, you're so right. I didn't notice either. We were too busy swooning over Bruce, Ethan and Hila's child, that we didn't get noticed about anybody else. So anyway, it's just one tweet after another on Trisha's, her thread about the fact that she didn't acknowledge the birth of her own nephew. I just think it's sad, you know? It's like, and this is even further evidence when Trisha Paytas says that drama channels, just got in a live stream a couple days ago and said that drama channels make up stuff about her and that we get everything wrong and we just like take stuff and we run with it. Girl, where did I miss the congratulations to your nephew? Where did I miss the part where you said, for once in my life, I'm going to be a decent human being and do the right thing? Maybe not the popular thing. Maybe not the hold to the resentment thing. Maybe not the in that moment feel like I have to be right and over Ethan and Hila. Maybe not that, but maybe the right, decent human being kind of thing to do, to congratulate somebody else on the birth of their child that happens to be part of your family. What about that part in there, okay? But, this is where Trisha wants to act like they don't care about stuff and they're not going to, they're going to change. They're not going to change ever. This is who Trisha Paytas is. And it's the person that's going to miss out on this the most is Trisha, So anyway, let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section below. I love you guys, and don't forget to use my Adam and Eve code. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.